Whew, what is going on, people? What is going on? I know it's a last minute live stream, which obviously, you know, a lot of people probably didn't even get the notification, but we're here now. Okay. Obviously, I'll start the video, and obviously, as people come in, obviously, folks can obviously comment, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make this live not too long, trying to make it to about half an hour if I can. I'm currently waiting on a phone call to pick up my car, so just letting you know, folks, you know what I'm saying? But either way, if they don't come within the half an hour mark, then obviously I'll be here for a little bit longer than that, you know? So, yeah, well, let's see, obviously, how things go. Yeah, so with that being said, I see Christine's already here in the building. Love to see you, Christine. Coming out, always on time, you know what I mean? Notifications must work very well for you, girl. Now, of course, Just Joe was also in the building. How you doing, Just Joe? So obviously, we're just gonna go over some of the clips that we have from this week's Hunt for Love episode, and also Hunt for Love Behind the Sheets as well. All right, folks. And I see Alexander PF is in the building. How you doing, Alexander? Hope you are good. Hope you are well. Come on now. This is obviously what we like to see. Okay, folks. Let's have a look here. Right. So with that being said, let's get crack-a-lacking in the business. You know what I mean? So Organa is also in the building. How you doing, Organa? Welcome to the stream.
It feels like there might have been a little more than just trying to win the contest going on here, because Chantel's into it.
And I feel like I am getting more comfortable with exploring my sexuality.
Definitely want to know what your thoughts are, folks, on this situation here between these two. Were you convinced that these two were fully, like, falling in love? Did you feel like both of them were really showing, you know, vibes of interest to one another? Or do you feel like it was just two women having a little bit of fun and they just happened to enjoy it, and that's as far as it went? Of course, Chantel says that after this happened on Behind the Sheets, which we'll get to, she does then say that Jen actually wanted to invite her back later on that evening, but obviously she said no, and apparently Jen was then offended by that. So obviously, you know, that definitely didn't, you know, necessarily put these two in a place where they were still in this kind of vibe. To be honest with you, I was more surprised by Chantel, purely because Chantel is Team Tim. So seeing Chantel obviously wanting to be this intimate with Jen blew my mind. Let's have a look here. So we got some more people in the building. Boris F03, I hope I see your name right. Welcome to the stream. Kathy, how you doing? Hope you are good. Hope you are well. And yeah, let me know what's going on, folks, and I'll continue as we proceed.
Okay, huge.
After having a wild kiss with Jen, I'm walking away feeling confused. I don't want to put a label on anything yet. And Rob is one of the hottest guys here, so why not ask him out and see where it goes?
It's kind of wild though, because Chantel made it abundantly clear, like the last episode or the episode before that she knew that Rob wasn't really into her. So why she still picked Rob in the first place made no sense to me. I've said it before. For me personally, I think it's quite disappointing that Chantel didn't pick like one of the other cast members, the people that aren't a part of 90 Day. Because obviously I thought the whole idea was for 90 Day cast to get to know these other singles, not for 90 Day cast to get to know 90 Day cast, you know? But hey ho, it is what it is. So right now, technically speaking, Jen's the only one, I think, and Tiffany. I think Jen and Tiffany are the only ones that is actually following what we assume the show to be, and that is mingling with other people that are not from the 90 Day world. You know? Nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts on that one, please, folks, okay? And I will go on to the next clip. Whilst I wait for you lovely folks to make some comments. Right, okay, so now we've got this one here. Let's have a look. Make sure you're liking the stream as well as they come in. Come on now, folks.
Rocky, you want to go on a date? Yeah.
I gotta say, Tiffany's reaction was comical. She was not happy at all. that was one. Do you know what would have been cool though? If Jennifer had picked Rob and then Elise had picked Cole. Oh god, the controversy. But I like the fact that Jennifer obviously picked Cole because obviously he's not a part of the 90 Day cast. So it is better that way, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And I definitely been getting closer, but it's very difficult for me sometimes to figure out if a girl is actually romantically interested in me or if they just want to be my friend. Rocky,
It's funny, he says it's hard for him to figure out sometimes whether or not a girl wants to be close to him or just wants to be his friend. Imagine how women feel around you. You're the one that doesn't even want to give women kisses, cuddles, nothing sexually at all. You know, so when we saw that with the single life season, him and Louisa, you know, so he's thinking about how he doesn't know how to figure out. Does he wonder how women don't know how to figure him out as well at the same time? The confusion on both fronts is quite hilarious.
I was bummed, you know, because I really like her and I thought we were a good match.
To be fair, let's be real. I don't think that they were a good match, to be honest with you. I don't think that relationship would have gone far. I feel like at least would have been too intense for Tim, and Tim would have given her the same reaction he's given every other woman, and that is slow down. And when a woman's into you, she doesn't want to slow down. I mean, they can slow down to a certain degree, but yeah, to a respectful degree, do give or take. Let's have a look here. So we got Ask in the Boon, how you doing? Hope you're good. Why is this show so awkward? I know, Christine. And the thing is, I think the reason why this show's so awkward is because the other people that have been a part of the show that are not a part of 90 Day, they all said that they had no idea what show they were actually signed up for. They just knew they were signed up to be on a beach for 4 weeks and to basically meet other singles. Little did they know they were going to be involved with people that basically already knew each other, which kind of basically shot those guys in the foot. Yeah, you know what I mean? They were all misled. Alexander said spot on about Tim. Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate that. Tim seems like he's not interested in anyone, and that's how Tim always is. His demeanor is always. He always gives off that uninterested demeanor, doesn't he? Which therefore would make confused for others. But hey ho. Vicky, welcome to the stream. I love Tim. I don't care about his sexuality, orientation. Tim. Nobody's even talking about his orientation, to be honest with you. Nobody really cares about it. I think people are just kind of like just want the truth because it's hard to believe that he's not into men, you know what I mean? But realistically, even if Tim came out and said, yeah, I do like men too, nobody would actually, people would be like, okay, that's cool. That's it. At least he's honest. Let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? But listen, by all means necessary though, maybe he is 100% a straight man. And if he is, he is, you know what I'm saying? But nobody actually spoke about his sexual orientation here, so I don't know why you even brought it up, to be honest with you. Because nobody really cares about it, to be fair. It's just the fact that it's just the fact that he acts. The way he behaves is a bit interesting, that's all. I think Chantel was acting. Alexander, did you see the Family Chantel show? Chantel can't act to save her life. Come on now. The Chantel family, yeah, I don't think she was acting, to be honest with you. Well, I mean, if you regarding the kiss, I don't think she was acting in the kiss, personally. I think the kiss, she was into it. She picked up Jen, for goodness sake. You know? Alfred, welcome to the stream. Alfred said Chantel was gross. Ooh, Alfred's got beef with Chantel. Tell us more. Tell us more. Tim is the chaperone. I hear that, Christine. I hear that. Let's get the next clip crack-a-lacking, okay? I think which is this one here.
Called throw away all the water, which I expected, then I don't feel like he is a threatening to me because I know a lady with good sense cannot have romantic feelings for Cold. Just can't get it right.
I mean, despite the fact that, you know, Usman says things that maybe some people may agree with, Usman has definitely got to be one of the most delusional cast members of this season. Like, the thing with Usman is, do you know what? Do you know what Usman and Rob have? No, do you know what? Usman thinks he has the looks of Rob. So he thinks he can do what Rob does, and that is have lack of game and still attract women. What Usman doesn't realize is that he's not that guy, and he needs to better his game. He needs to better his approach. That's what he needs to recognize. But at the same time, no matter how you look, everybody should learn to have game. That is just the bottom line. Okay? That is the bottom line. But either way, though, the way Usman's walk around this season as if he's like the bees and knees, as if he's that guy, is a whole calamity of madness. Like, I don't know. Let me know, folks. Do you feel like Usman is that guy? Do you feel like Usman, you know, is a man of, you know, himself? Let me know. Usman is a legend. He's in his own mind. I mean, listen, yeah, own mind. I like the way you put own in capital letters. Yeah, 100% he's in his own mind. It's a shame though, because if he wasn't in his own mind, maybe he'd actually get a better chance with Courtney, you know? But let's be real, Usman and Courtney, are they even a match? To be honest with you, when they said that these two had history, that actually confused me because I just don't see it happening one bit, to be honest with you. Apart from the fact they both like money. But then again, though, she is attracted to money and she does go for any guy who's got money. So if a guy's got money, then that guy is Courtney's match in her eyes. Kind of a bad trait to have, to be fair, because that means you can end up being with somebody that you have nothing in common with but money. Yeah, that's tragic. There's a lot of a lack of emotion, you know, in that mindset, in my opinion. But let's crack a like to the next clip. But guys, please make sure you're getting your comments in. Please make sure you're liking the video, and if you're new, subscribing. Let's get it going.
Want to share a little bit about your perspective on money?
Yeah, I mean, they say love is sweet, but when there is money, the love is sweeter.
I'd say my mom's advice for me, she's like, you're a very loving and kind person. You can fall in love with anybody. Go for a man that's like rich or successful.
Okay.
Because
But this is the thing, obviously, you know, what Courtney's mom didn't tell her is that you need to understand your values as well. Your value cannot just be money. You got to understand your boundaries, all the things that involves making a relationship work. Money does not make a relationship work completely by itself. Okay, love does not make a relationship work completely by itself. There are so many more important components out there that you need for a relationship to work. There's a reason why you are both still single, okay? And it's because there's components that you both either not brought to the table, or the components maybe the people you've been with haven't brought to the table. But we've seen Courtney's life on the diaries, we've seen Usman's life, so we know that it's components that these two are not bringing. And, you know, they need to learn this. But it's going to be hard for Usman. Usman's brought from a country, from a world where money's this. Courtney, on the other hand, she's got hope, but her mum needs to just stop talking. I feel like her mum is literally screwed her over. I feel like her mum is shot on her foot. Alexandra says, what stupid advice from her mum? Exactly that, Alexandra. Exactly that. Her mum has not taught her about emotional availability and all those kind of stuff, which is very, very sad for her.
the number one for man that's like rich or successful.
Okay.
Because the number one cause for divorce is like financial issues. So
Yeah, despite the fact that that is factually true, you got to understand the reason why financial is a number one. This is probably based in America, to be fair. I don't think that's a worldwide statement, to be fair, but the reason why that's probably number one is because a lot of people are going into relationships with your mentality of expecting money, not expecting to actually build a foundation with a person that you have based on emotions. Okay, if you have no emotions, then that means money is going to be an issue, which tells me that there's more couples in America that are together based on their finances rather than actually on their emotional connection, which tells you why the divorce rate is high anyway, let alone it being high due to finances. It's high for other reasons as well. So those are the things people have to really think about, but are not thinking about. Yeah, no kidding. What kind of thing is that to tell your daughter exactly that? My grandmother always told me, it's just as easy to fall in love with a rich man as a poor man. Not saying that I agree. Oh, maybe again. My grandmother always told me that it's just as easy to fall in love with a rich man as a poor man. Not saying that I agree. Interesting. Interesting outlook. Interesting outlook. Can you further explain what that actually means, please? I want to make sure I know what it means, please. Just Joe.
And like just in general.
but what if love goes away?
Love won't go away,
It
though.
does.
It's just something that's temporary.
Love can fade, bro. Because people forget love is a choice.
Love won't go away,
It
though.
does.
I feel like love is something that's internal. Money is just something that's temporary. I wish somebody would be different, but it makes me feel nervous knowing that her first important interest is money, basically. Her love language is money. And I don't have a lot of money. I feel like right now I lost again.
The fact that Court sees this whole thing as a competition to Usman and Usman sees the same thing means that they both don't deserve Courtney. It's just that simple. You know, and love, at the end of the day, if your relationship starts to go downhill because neither one of you are matching each other's, like, not expectations, but if either one of you stop doing things that made you to a couple in the first place, love isn't going to save you. Delusion, right? But not love. No money. So, to be honest with you, all of them are wrong, in my opinion. None of them are correct, to be honest with you. That's just my way. I see it. I heard Colt and Courtney hooked up. That's what I heard too. So I'm waiting to find out. Oi, Vicky deleted a message. You know, there's fines for that, Vicky. If you delete a message, you get fined. I don't know what country you're in. I don't know if in the UK, if in the US, you're in Canada, but wherever you are, it's £5, dollars, Canadian dollars, yen. Yeah, we're not allowed to read chat comments. Yeah, we put that rule in last time. Once your comments in, it's locked in. Bless Cole is going to struggle if he doesn't get more confidence. It is what it is. 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 I don't feel sorry for the man. I'm gonna lie to you. No, Vicky. It wasn't a mistake, Vicky. Listen, you're paying the fine. Get going. Get doing it now. No, I'm playing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like when people retract, to be fair. But I'm in no position to actually find people for retracting. I wish I was. Not gonna lie to you. I'd actually make a better living if I could do that. Of course, they see it as a competition. It's no different than watching animals in the wild trying to impress the females. That is true, Wendy, and welcome to the stream, Wendy. Good to see you here. Good to see you here as always. All right, okay, let's get cracking within the next one itself in particular. This is the one we just saw, so this is the next one here. Let's get into it.
And you guys sat there and flirted, and you got in his face and almost touched his lips with your lips. I believe that you went home with him last night. Did that happen?
Yes, but we wanted to have the opportunity to meet each other.
When you shoot somebody, that is something that you can't do. That is not okay.
Yeah, shushing someone is definitely a rude thing, but also withholding or lying to somebody is also near enough the same thing. Like, it's still rude, you know what I mean? So it's funny how she's giving us one energy but giving him another energy. Like, where's your accountability in your actions as well of what you did because he shushed you? You can't tell me that you decided to get with Rob just because he told you to shush you. That's just a ridiculous idea. A ridiculous reason, sorry.
So he needs to behave and he needs to give me respect because he came to visit me, so I give him a chance.
And she also needs to behave and give him respect, which she's not doing. So yeah, double standards.
That is something that I appreciate.
I know that seeing me with Rob could upset all a lot. So the fact that he apologized shows me a huge level of maturity.
The fact that he apologized means that he apologized on the wrong context. If he had known about you and Rob, do you think he would apologize? This woman is a calamity. She is a whole calamity. Jesus Christ. This show is Jerry Springer meets Big Brother. I see what you mean. I see that. I hear that. To be fair, Big Brother's about to start soon in the USA, and I will be covering Big Brother on my other channel. If you guys are not already on, if you're not already a subscriber of my channel, More Madness, I recommend you check it out. But I will be covering Big Brother on that, Big Brother USA. Okay, folks. You can fall in love just as easy with a rich man, meaning get a rich guy. I've been married 30 years. We've made our money together, so I don't agree with grandmother. Okay, I'm with you. So you're saying that you and your partner can get rich together, right? No, I like that energy. I like that. I like that. Don't shush me or else I'll sleep with somebody else. These people are too much. Exactly that, Alexandra. It just means that clearly if you ever do one thing wrong, she's going to either leave you or do a calamity of madness.
For him. I'm completely shocked that Rob is assumed married to his partner. I'm definitely going to need some time to process this information. And if
I said it before and I say it again. I don't know how Rob being still married is a bigger issue than her. Well, I don't want to use the word issue because issue is the wrong word. But I don't understand how she's making a big deal out of him being married when she's the one who's got a lifetime of a child that's coming along with her. Rob's marriage is going to go away. Your child is going to be in your life for their whole life. Rob would have the choice to adapt to your child for the rest of his life. Do you see what I'm saying? So she's acting as if marriage is some crazy baggage. No, it's not. They're getting divorced at some point, and then he'd be able to remarry. You've got a whole child. You know what I mean? Okay, a child that's going to be all the time. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, man, she's diabolical for that comment.
Who are you going to the champagne date with?
I just go.
Ooh.
Wait, hold a minute. Didn't I already see this clip at the beginning? Oh, damn. Maybe I overreacted it. Oh, what happened? I'm sure.
Not like that Jen is picking Cole because it felt like a perfect, easy layup for Jen to choose me.
Oh, no. The first one was about Chantel, wasn't it? My bad.
For a relationship, I see his beautiful heart and I love that he's obsessed with me.
Yeah, but he's got a beautiful heart, but are you the type of woman that's going to be able to protect his beautiful heart? Or the kind of woman's going to come in and wreck his beautiful heart? That is the main question. He's obsessed with me.
Did Rob happen to say anything after you chose me over him?
What a lame move, asking about another man. Don't worry about the other man. The girl picks you. That's all that matters. Take your win and enjoy your time with her. Which is something that Cole has been lacking dramatically. The guy has no idea of how to actually enjoy time with her as well. He's a clown.
You said you haven't kissed anybody yet, and is that a determining factor for you in who you like and who you don't like, or what were your feelings about that? Why do you mention that?
The moment that she could have told the truth.
Yes, mostly it's you.
And that's what I'd like to hear, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Us. Keep saying.
Yes, absolutely. Thank God. And I hope that doesn't happen.
Little does he know, little does he know. I would say poor guy, but I don't feel sorry for him, I'm not gonna lie to you. Wonder how quick she'll abandon her daughter if she gets a green card. Ooh, Wendy, that's a question right there. That is a question right there. Very, very good point. Very good point. Very, very good point. She's grasping at straws. Good point, Wendy. Exactly. Now that question there needs to be studied. That is a very good point, to be honest with you, because boy, I would love to know how she would be, because most of the time we've witnessed most of the women that have already had kids from South America, when they've moved over. Where's she from again? Because I learned recently that Mexico was a part of North America, not South. So I forgot where she's from. She's from South America, right? But anyway, recently we've noticed that some of the women like Jasmine, Larissa, there's somebody else there, who have had kids before moving to the States, abandoned those kids. The only ones that haven't abandoned those kids are the ones that have had kids in America. So yeah. Let's get into the next clip, folks. Let me know where Jennifer's from.
Did you and Jen ever talk about that again, or was it just like not ever talked about again?
Asked me to come back to her room, and I'm like,
yeah,
no, I don't want to go back to your room. It seemed like she was trying to hit on me that night. Sorry.
So now we are on Behind the Sheets. So this is what Chantel says.
We're just friends. Then
Yeah,
she got
you're probably
really
sweaty.
upset, and she called me a bitch.
Ooh-wee. I mean, that probably did happen, to be fair, because Jennifer doesn't handle rejection very well, does she? Rejection is not one of her things. I can't stand waiting to watch this toxic show, and no issues listening to the recap on YouTube. Thank you, Greta, and welcome to the stream, Colombia. Okay, thank you, Wendy, and thank you, Alexandra. Yeah, so she's South American, yeah. So I see why you said that, Wendy. There was a chance that she'd probably abandon her daughter. Ah, dear, the calamities, The calamities.
Oh my God. I was happy about Nikki being in my team. We're actually gumming our body. I was like, oh yeah, it's happening. I tried to play game, like I did something in order to have our chest together, It's like, no, don't do that. Yeah, but like it was fun.
You know when somebody basically admits to being a pervert but doesn't actually recognize they're admitting to being a pervert? I tried to get Nikki to get closer to me. I tried to put her chest onto me. I tried to be able to put my hands on her. Unless a woman wants that, we already know. You already know how that looks. You already know how that is viewed. But the way he's talking about it, it's interesting because when he first said it, I felt like he realized what he was saying, and then he kind of started doubling down near the end. But either way, he had said it, and they made sure to get it on camera. But obviously, no one really picked up on it. Not that I've seen, and I'm surprised it hasn't really been made into a conversation, to be honest with you. But it should be, because at the end of the day, whether you're a man or woman, you should not try and put someone in a position just so you can touch them. Especially someone that you haven't even vibed with yet. You don't even know if that's how they feel about you. Because we've barely seen him have that type of conversation with her. So, and it's not cool because I can't imagine how uncomfortable he would have made her feel. But I like the fact that she did stand her ground and told him, no, I don't want it. So I like that. I do appreciate that's what she did. And I do appreciate that he respected her wishes. But, yeah. Rob, Cole, and Tim are disgusting. Usman also. I cannot watch this show. So basically, every man on the show is disgusting, Greta. Let's just say that. Let's just say that you hate all the men. So I hear that. I only watch reviews. I hear that. I thought you were mad at me. I've said hello in a few other lives and you never replied. Yeah, I mean, listen. Wendy, don't worry. I hooked you up in it. Me and I had a conversation, you know what I mean? I said to her, listen, when we're here on this live, let's make sure we're cordial with everyone. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure everyone's always, saying hi to each other. So don't worry. I hooked you two up. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. So she no, I didn't, to be fair. But I would like to imagine that the influence that I have here allows everybody to communicate and not to ignore other people. Do you know what I mean? Because we do what we can to keep it respectful within the community. But hey ho. Anyway, let's have a look here. I'm not defending Usman, but maybe in his culture is different. That is co-defending. Because that has nothing to do with culture. Nothing to do with culture, I promise you now. Being an African man myself, it has nothing to do with culture. It's to do with the fact that he thinks he can get away with that. Because here's the thing, yeah. There are a lot of countries now in Africa where women and men are having to follow the same standards as fossil countries, where you understand that you have to respect women's space if they don't want to be in that space. Okay? So it is still a thing. Do you know what it is? If you want to give him an excuse or defense, maybe it's because he's so used to dealing with older women that want him. He thought he could do it with ones that don't want him. Maybe he was like, well, all these American women who want me usually are like this, so maybe she wants me to do. You know Usman. Usman's a delusional guy, man. The guy's a clown. She's looking more and more like Mama Karen. Yes, that is Chantel is looking more and more like Karen. Chantel was going to a new low on this show. I was embarrassed for her with the Greek guy, and she let Pedro dog her. Seek help, I agree. Wendy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I must have missed those. Not mad at all. You're so awesome. Alessandro, don't worry. Just let them know that I hooked you up. No, just give me credit. Nah, I'm joking. Well, there you go, Wendy. Everything's all good. Everything's all good. Do you know what's happened? I reckon Alexander's probably put a message, put a phone down or device down, walked away, come back, and then missed yours. Who knows? Who knows? Unless there's a conspiracy against you. Dun dun dun. Anyway, let's get crack-a-lacking onto the next one. So with this, okay, there we go. Boom, bam. Hold on a minute.
The first 2 days, I would say that you are a walking red flag.
There was no player happening from me. I have always been the friend of the guys that actually wanted a girl and actually wanted to get married one day. I've always been that guy, but
always been that guy. Don't say you've always been that guy. Come on, don't lie. Don't lie.
But at the same time, I've always been the one assumed to be a player, assumed to probably have 20, 30 girls at the same time. There is no reason to say.
You know what though? To be fair, this is actually not a good thing because this basically means that Rob surrounded himself around friends that make him look like the bad guy. That's not a good look for you, my guy.
Say Rob is a player other than just looking at me.
So to be fair, if that's the case, then Rob really needs to reevaluate the people he has in his circle because they're making him look like a freaking dog. Just saying. If he's saying that he's not one, then that means the people around him need to be removed or whatever. To be fair, we've seen his friends not exactly encourage him to be. We've seen the way they've encouraged him. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
With our thing much. Like we really had, like every time in public, she kind of always was with Cole. So when she decided to choose Cole at the end of the, I'm like, what? So that was very defeating for me. And it made me feel like I wasn't good enough.
Made you feel like second choice. Ooh, Rob didn't feel good enough. Listen, all these things, I mean, listen, the fact is, right, if you get rejected by a man or a woman, okay, all you got to do is look at it, okay, what could I have done better? If there's nothing that you could have done better, that's fine. It just tells you that that person just wasn't supposed to be in your life. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
I hope you won't be upset if I ask Rob on a date.
I feel bad for Rob. Yeah.
I did.
I, for 1 second, did not believe that Chantel picked Rob because she felt sorry for him. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just that simple. I don't believe that. Let's have a look here. Is Usman in the US illegally? Usman isn't in the US. Remember, this was filmed in Mexico. So he's not in US. This was filmed in Mexico. I'm pretty sure Mexico. So yeah, he's not actually in the USA. Bear that in mind. And obviously, it was easy for him to get a visa to Mexico. So yeah. Let's have a look here. What am I doing? Oh, what am I doing in my life? Okay, we go. None deep. Sorry, I was just wondering if I done something wrong. That's cool. Shanshine. Yo, that's giving me a tongue twist there. Welcome to the stream, Shanshine. I do not like Rob. He's so arrogant. Listen, finally someone agrees with me. Each time I mention Rob, I get told I'm jealous. I don't know why I'd be jealous, to be honest with you. maybe you shouldn't be in the Bad Boys of 90 Days then and behave the way you do. So we don't make assumptions. That's a very good point, Alexander. Him being a part of the Bad Boys, him being the way he is, makes people with eyes see exactly what we see. So that makes pure sense. Maybe you shouldn't. No, sorry, I read that one already. My bad. Maybe she didn't like the way you laid down the pipe, Rob. That is a very good point. That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. The music video was the worst. My lady bits dry up. Oh, so basically, whenever you watch the 90 Day Bad Boys, you're like, oh. Honestly, for me personally, I find it hella cringy. You know, it's yeah. But anyway, that's just that. Thank you. I'm Shannon, if that helps. Okay, Shannon is so much more easier. I knew a Shannon once. Yeah. I've never known a Shannon that wasn't a nice person, to be fair. Pretty sure all Shannons are quite nice people. Could be wrong. Actually, no, I knew one that was she was a bit cocky, to be fair, but she wasn't a bad person. Yeah. I say Shannons in my lifeline, you know, they hold a very good reputation. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. These ads are killing me. Listen, I'm not controlling these ads, you know. You can see me here. I'm just if YouTube's doing ads, it's them and their madness. But like I said it before when I said it again, okay. These ads that they put in, like the maddest thing about it is I ain't even benefiting that much from them because these mofos would be taking 55% of revenue. So it's daylight robbery for me, isn't it? Let's have a look here. I pray Chantel gets off TV and goes into therapy to build up her self-esteem, lose weight, and have a decent life off TV. Listen, I mean, I agree. You know, I do feel like she does need therapy. I do generally feel. I don't feel like she's in a good place personally. I think that she is in a tough place right now, and I just don't know if she's identifying with it at the moment. So yeah, I see what you mean. The Bad Boys, no. Sad Boys, laugh aloud. Christine's like sad boys. Cringe boys. Now, but I see what you actually obviously place the sad boys. I get it. That's cool. It's cool. The only bad boy group that I know was Jodeci. Jodeci. Come on, there's more than Jodeci. Come on now. You can't tell me Jodeci is the only bad boy group. Jagged Edge. Oh my days. Though, let's roll back the times, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to be fair, they only really made a few songs, but Blackstreet Boys would have been if they made some more hits, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Boys to Men was good. Yeah. To be fair, I was a fan of Blue, you know, in the UK, but then again, Blue, a lot of their music was copied from other groups, to be fair. So yeah. Yeah. But then again, they wasn't really bad boys, though, were they? Yeah, no, they wasn't really bad boys. Yeah. TGT, you know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank. Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious me. Those mofos were making albums that were making babies. God damn. Sex never. Oh, damn. Okay, let's just slow it down. Slow it down. You know what I'm saying? I think it's called Free Kings, the album. Oh, boy. But I heard that seeing them live wasn't good because Genuine was just off because of just the drugs he's taking, you know what I mean? So apparently we just, you know, but Tyrese and Tank held up their own. Anyway. What I'm saying is, ladies, if you're feeling a bit dry right now and you want your man to be satisfied, go and listen to the Three Kings. Okay, TGT. Something called, I think it's called Three Kings, but put you in a whole different mood. Make sure your man does listen to it too. You know what I mean? I probably, you know what? In fact, when you listen to it with your man. If your man does not get aroused by listening to it, pleasure yourself. Because if you listen to it by yourself and then you go to him after, whatever play he's going to give you probably ain't going to hit. It won't be the same as the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me. Do it that way. Okay? Make sure he listens it with you. And if he's not picking up on the energy with you, sort yourself out. You'll be more satisfied. If I was in the US, I'll say holler at your boy and I'll hook you up, you know what I mean? I'll happily show you out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here, so behave yourselves. Anyway, unless you want to play for my plane ticket, ladies, and I'll happily get on my plane, you know what I'm saying? Then jump back. Oh, did I play too much? Casey and Jojo, yes, another good one too, yep. But they were not bad boys. And I hear you. Still awesome music, yep. I guess I know what I'm listening to today. Christine, you can have a good night tonight, my friend. Good night tonight. So glad I was old enough to miss the boy band era. Come on now. I know about Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank. Genuine was my number one when I was a kid. He was a lot of people's number ones, wasn't he? The OG Bad Boys didn't need a band. Ooh, that's true. The OG Bad Boys didn't need a band. I hear you. Listen, now let's stop. Let's continue with the context, with the content, guys. Otherwise, we're gonna go down a whole rabbit hole, okay? There's so many bad boys out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you this now, okay? Before we go back to the content here, okay? Understand this, the number one bad boy out of all bad boys, okay, right, yeah? He's the one that doesn't tell you he's a bad boy, and he's the one that just shows it to you. You see what I'm saying? That's the number one bad boy. Who did you say? I don't know. I said a few names, Wendy, so I don't know. I said a few names.
I think that we did a lot of teamwork today and we've been bonding. So
I don't feel like she was telling Cole the truth right there, saying that she hadn't kissed me. And I know me and her kissed in the first week.
Like, Rob, realistically, did you expect Jen to even be honest? Come on now.
And I feel like that
What was your first kiss with Jen like?
We laying in bed, we listen to music, we vibing, we're playing Mario Kart, and then we're cuddling and laying on each other and kissing.
Honestly, that's how it's supposed to be, though, man. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. Just relaxing, doing something, and all of a sudden it just happens. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how people have babies. That's how you end up a couple years later on with 3 kids, maybe 10. The casual setting is one of the most dangerous settings. And the reason why it's one of the most dangerous settings is because the casual setting is when you're really having those deep conversations, really getting to know each other, and boy, it goes places.
That sounds like an amazing experience. Video games, chilling, not getting bitched at. Man, she must have changed a lot since the last time I saw her.
She must have, Tim. She must have. Okay, let's get into the next one here, and I'll check the comments after.
Let's see what you got. Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, my Lord.
All right.
I think he's full of
All of
There is no way Cole is having sex out of you like that. It's just, nah. Understands. I hope he's washing in between some of those sessions, to be honest with you, because correct me if I'm wrong, but they usually say that the bigger you are, when you sweat, the more likely you're gonna be. Whew. So I hope he's, refreshing himself up for that time, you know what I'm saying? And also on top of that, to be fair, our bits down below, obviously, where it can start to, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you're refreshing up every few times, you know what I mean? But for me personally, I'm hella like I always, without a shadow of a doubt, every time clean up. And I'm not talking about just every time I have intimacy. I'm talking about if I go to the toilet, okay, to let loose of my liquids, I always clean. I have to stay clean down at all times. I always say to myself, even right now, even though I'm at home and I got oh, hold on guys, I got a phone call. I think it's my car's ready. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, my car is ready. But let's wrap up the life, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we're nearly there anyway. I forgot what I was talking about, to be honest with you. Yeah, I always make sure I'm clean. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I always make sure that I'm clean. Like it bothers me, you know what I mean? Like, because I always say you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Always. Because it's crazy. Because as a kid, I remember like when I was like my teens, and girls used to talk about, oh, it's gonna be. They used to talk about cheesy and how it can smell and stuff. No, I'm here. Why are you saying? Oh no, Christina, I was muted because I was on the phone. That's why you couldn't hear me. Yeah, no. I remember that. So I made me paranoid from a very young age when I used to hear girls talk about other guys before I was even like with the girl. I was like, oh damn, that's how. So I was like, hey, I don't want that reputation coming after me. So boy, always clean. And it's the same for you know, like, you know, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. The last one that you said we should listen to. Oh, right. So yeah, no, I said that Wendy. I said you should listen to the Three Kings by TGT, Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank. Listen to the album Three Kings. Yes, that's what I did. Yeah, Maddie, we are learning a lot about you watching this show. Hey, Nikki, you need to behave yourself. I see what's going on here, Nikki. You need to behave yourself, okay? You're trying to be cheeky out here. Listen, like I said before, if you want my services, right? Plane ticket ladies, you know what I'm saying? Get it for me, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll fly to your state. Accommodation, everything got paid for, you know what I mean? When I'm there, you know what I mean? Catered like a king. And you won't regret it. And then a couple years from now, I'll be known as a gigolo. Anyway, if you're in someone else's bed, if you're in someone else's bed, if you're in someone's bed, a kiss is happening. Oh yeah. Most of the time, yeah. Let loose about it. Listen, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Especially if you not cut, it can get nasty. There you go. I like my man clean, but something about him building something. Getting all sweaty. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. That's different. Listen, like, look this way. I can go to the gym, get sweaty, but I would still, as long as this bit's clean, you know what I'm saying? It's that area. And then I'm not smelling, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can lick the sweat off me if you like, you know what I'm saying? Nasty, you're nasty.
Colt's exes say that he messages other women. Maybe that's why he's messaging other women all the time. They can't keep up with his hourly demand.
The hourly demands that don't exist. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I wake a girl up having sex with her. That's a good way to start the morning. She gets, gives you a little in there or something, go in there. You do your little activities, whatever you eat, have breakfast, I don't know. If it's a working day, because that changes a little bit.
Not for one bit do I believe half the stuff he's telling me. I mean, what he's saying does line up, but does it line up to him?
You come home, maybe have lunch together. Do a quickie at lunch. Why not? You gotta come home. You see each other. Well, you gotta that. I mean, come on. You gotta roll each other's arms, Netflix and chill or whatever. Well, you got after that, of course. During the night, might be visited by a penis, and you have sex then. How many times is that? I lost count.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right here. If you are having sex 6 times a day, your woman is not lasting that long because of how sore she can get. In fact, if your woman is if you can have intimacy with a woman 6 times in a day, every day of the week, that means you are not hitting her. You're not hitting her good enough. Or, oh no, but hold on a minute. It's been said that Colt's got a very small wiener. That's why. Yeah. If he's got a small wiener, then doing it 6 times a day is very easy for a woman to be able to keep going with that. I've got no chance. But then again, but I do understand there are some women who go through the pain. They deny it. So, no, I'm fine, but they're in pain. Like, come on. Don't lie. Like, every day, 6, come on now. Everybody deserves their recovery time. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Yeah, so I guess with Colt, he can get away with it because of his size, you know what I'm saying? But you know what they say? That they also say that it's not the size that counts, it's how you use it. So he's probably got lack of size and lack of skills. Just saying. Some of us have got size and skills, but it's whatever. Eric is like, quit hating. Sir, you caught me, Eric. I'm a hater. I am a hater. You're right. You caught me red-handed there, man. How dare you catch me? Uncut men are clean too. They just have to wash themselves, like 100%, Christine, 100%. No, he got the childbearing hips. I don't know what you're talking about there. That's SA, bro. What's SA? I don't know if you're responding to with that one. Cole is a nymphomaniac. I'm not too sure what that is. I don't know. A little loop can help. Yeah, it can help. It can help, but come on. 6 times a day, every day, 7 days a week. Come on now. Don't tell me lube is gonna let you. Nah. You're moving bonkers. You're gonna need at least. Listen, can you have six times in a day? Yes, you can. But will you need at least a day or 2 to recover? Probably. If you don't need at least a day or 2 to recover, then that means that you down there, yeah. It means you've been getting busy for quite a while. It's so busy down there that place doesn't even doesn't even feel anything anymore. It's just Dead.
If you had to bang Robert Cole, who's it gonna be?
Rob.
Really? Skill out of it, just based on looks.
I think Rob's more my type.
Okay.
You prefer Cole.
100%. And I can say that in a very ungay way, but like, I kept looking at bro like, God, I wish I had his cheek bones, and I wish his body, like, he had nice everything. I sound super gay right now, don't I? But everyone has a type.
Cole,
But you wouldn't kick Cole out of the bed.
We kick him out.
Yeah,
out.
yeah. He's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
All I'm gonna say is that Tim is the one that said that Cole is effable. That's all I'm gonna say. Do what you wish with that, because boy, I've already made my piece. I already made my comments about that anyway. Oh, that was the last one. My bad. Okay, this one's obviously the other show. Okay, that means we are done here. Yep. I mean, one day, yeah. 7 days, no. Exactly, Christine. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Out here talking about Little Lou, but I'm talking about Colt is saying that he does it 6 times, 7 days a week, which is ridiculous. Let's say when Colt said he wakes his partner up by oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, doing it. Now you're not wrong there, Alexander. You're not wrong. Maybe at first, but to have the energy for such a duration, and also on top of that, like generally speaking, for men as well, we get sore ourselves after a while. Okay, if we are doing it too much, we get sore, and we get to the point where we are no longer actually feeling anything anymore. So we also need our day recovery. We also need our recovery too. If I have a session today, if I have a session of 6 times today, okay, right, I'm gonna be sore, and I'm probably gonna need a day or two to recover for me to actually get my senses back again. Okay, so therefore I can enjoy it the next time. Because at that point, I promise you now, I'm not enjoying it. I'm just doing it because I'm just doing it for sport at that point. It's nothing but sport, which isn't fun. I personally don't like to have intimacy unless there's some form of a connection. Okay, because that's how you enjoy it better. Having sex for sport, that's such a young man, young woman game, like 20s, early 20 type stuff. You know what I mean? Teens, whatever. If you're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? But the older you get, the more you start to the older you get, the more you start to appreciate it more and be like, okay, cool. Let's have a little bit of a connection. Do you know what I mean? Like a respectful one, you know? So yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. Yes, that's absolutely right. 6 times a day and 6 times a day and needing a day. Exactly. Come on now. Colt, he's lying. He's lying. I mean, but the only thing that can back up Colt's statements is the fact that, what's her name again? Is the fact that Courtney said he's probably sleeping with more women at once because he's always been known as a cheater. That's the only way it works. But either way though, he's still hurting himself. Nah, I don't believe in it. His exes have said that he wants it multiple times a day. Do you know what it is? That means he's got an addiction. That means he's sleeping with these women not because he's into them. He's sleeping on the basis of the fact that he's got an addiction that he can't handle. That means each time he's had sex with these people, it's been for sport and not been for pleasure. He doesn't even do it for pleasure anymore. It's just sport. It's also a way of validation for himself. It makes him feel wanted. It makes him feel good about himself. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. It makes him feel like as if he has some level of power. It makes him feel like women do want him. Yeah, he's obviously having it intimacy for all the wrong reasons. Wanting and doing it are different things. Oh yeah, 100%. But nonetheless, though, I need to bounce because obviously I need to go and get my car now. It's the status MOT has been passed. Thank God for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me, connection makes it worth it. Without it, it's pointless. Yes, the connection makes it 100%. If there's a connection, then that means you're both going to be putting in a very good amount of effort and to make sure you both enjoy it. 1000%. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for your time, my lovely folks. I will catch you guys in the next upload and the next live stream. Obviously, we'll be doing another live stream next week for the TRO, so watch out for that one. And also, please make sure you check out all of my content that I upload. And yeah, make sure you're sharing the video to all your folks. Go on now. And I'm out. Peace.